Hey, what's going on YouTube? So, a funny thing happened last week. I want to talk about this comic for a little bit. And if anybody out there has this comic or has more information, please share. But I went to my local shop last week to see what they have as far as some of the new comics and stuff. And they had a dollar box. They have several dollar boxes, I guess. And normally they don't have any dollar boxes, but this particular week they did. And I guess it got transferred from another sister shop, I guess, that they're connected about an hour or so away, as far as what the owner told me. So anyway, I was digging through that box and I came across this issue, Quasar #1. But it says, even though it says #1 here, it says 32 on the inside credits, and it's being labeled as an error variant on eBay and other third-party selling sites. So, I mean, I've seen this go as high as $10 to as high as $24.29, I believe, on some third-party selling sites. So, thought I'd look into this, and I actually found 2 copies. But, what's interesting about this comic is, first of all, I never heard or seen it before. It came out, I guess, in 1992. It was part of a 19-part story arc called Operation Galactic Storm, which, I never heard of a story arc that long. I think Civil War was 12, and the original Civil War, Secret Wars, I believe, was maybe 14, but I never heard of a 19-part story arc, so that's amazing. So what's interesting about this comic is, I thought it was an error cover or error variant, as they called it. And when you think about error variants, error covers or recalled comics or recalled covers, certain issues come to mind, at least for me. At least for me. Certain issues come to mind, and certain issues I have my eye out for, I'm looking for on a continuous basis. And probably the first thing that comes to mind is the Venom Lethal Protector #1 that came out in 1993, the Black Era edition. That's probably one of the the highest sought after comics out there. Saga 41 was probably more recent. That was a era cover with the blackness on the cover, I guess, with the silhouette with the character. Another era cover probably was that Action Comics 869 that came out in 2008. The era with the beer bottle versus the soda bottle, soda can. Shout out to Seeking Nearman Comic. I know he recently had a video and showed off that comic. Definitely congrats. I came close a couple times. I went to this Second and Charles, a little bit out of my way, and they must have had like 5, 6 issues of that comic, copies of that comic. Not in the same location. They were all spread out. So every time I saw the top of the comic, I thought, okay, is this it? Is this it? So 5, 6 times I thought I had it, but it was the recall. It was the soda one versus the beer bottle era cover. So those covers, those eras stand out right there. And then there's recall comics based on the interior of the comic, based on the content of it, and kind of what stands out and what's on my radar. Elseworld #1, the controversial story inside with the microwave and the baby, I believe. Wolverine 131 came out in 1998, the racial slur era that was inside that comic. That was recalled, reprinted. And probably a comic that I've been seeing a lot lately, but not the one that I want, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen #5, came out in 2000. The recalled advertisement that was inside towards the back of the comic, where it was originally Marvel, I guess, advertisement, and then it switched it to something else. So yeah, that was recalled. I guess Marvel was going to sue, and then the publisher, withdrew the comics and made the advertisement different. So bumped into like 4 or 5 copies of that recently, different LCSs, different Comic Cons, and not the one I'm looking for. And then probably the last one, then you have price error variants. So you got the cover errors, you got the content inside, and then you got the price error. And probably what stands out is X-Men 423, hard to find comic. Came out in 2002. I guess the cover price said 25 cents. But if you have the barcode that says 225, that's the one to get if you can find it. Somehow, I don't know how it's possible, but they made a mistake not matching the cover price with the barcode, and some of it leaked out, and believe it or not, that's hard to find. That's what's hard to find. So I thought this was one of those type of recall or error covers, but looking at it further, I don't think it's not. I think it's still one of those rarities, still one of those oddities I think should go in anybody's PC. But come to find out, this was like a 1992 Operation Galactic Storm story arc, like I said. It covered 7 titles and was only published as a direct only title at the time. So this same cover is the cover that's on Quasar 32. But since that was a direct only title, and this particular title was kind of leaning towards the newsstand, this was made and was named number 1. So Quasar 32 is also number 1 of this. Quasar 33 is number 2. Quasar 34 is number 3, and then it stopped. So this is also the first appearance of Korath the Pursuer, I believe. That character appeared in Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 1. So that's interesting. So the content, everything is the same inside. I guess the only variation to the cover is the number, and I guess there's 3, types of covers. There's the regular direct edition, which is issue 32. Then there's the newsstand edition of this number 1. And then there's the direct edition of the newsstand, if that makes sense. I never heard of that. So, several Marvel books during the 1991-92 period were direct only titles, including this, Quasar, like I said. So I didn't know that. Avengers was a direct only title, and they were crossing over to newsstands. I didn't know that. So this is interesting. Instead of confusing readers and renumbering certain issues or starting all over, I guess they went with this, and it's, I guess, technically called Quasar Special Volume 1, Number 1. Not to confuse any readers out there, but I found this. I thought it was cool. Thought it was rare. When you look inside, again, it says number 1 on the cover, and then inside it says Volume 1, Number 32, March 1992. Okay, and then you go to, look at that cool full cover page there. And then you go to the first appearance of Korath, which is right there. Pretty cool, if you ask me. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I mean, if you into that, Quasar character, Marvel Boy, or what have you, I mean, definitely would suggest putting this on your radar and putting in your PC. Maybe doing some research yourself and checking it out. But definitely learned a lot when I found this. Not going to call it an error cover, but like I said, it's still an oddity, still a rarity. I don't think Marvel does this type of thing ever again. That there's no issues with direct issues or newsstands. So I'm going to keep it, put in the PC with the other Quasar comics that I have. Was probably the comics to get if you're into Quasar is Captain America 217. Was the first appearance of Marvel Boy, I believe, who later becomes Quasar, and then Incredible Hulk 234, first appearance of Quasar. And then don't forget Quasar number 1, which I believe is the origin story behind Quasar. So, those are probably the ones you want to definitely look into. But again, this is just one of those oddities that I've never seen before. All right, so that's all I have, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Please like, please subscribe. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. And as always, take care of those comics. And I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.